What you need to know about climate change. What is climate change? Climate change is a change in the Earth's climate, and it has been happening for millions of years. It occurs when the greenhouse gases, along with the other gases in the atmosphere, let in more heat that would be otherwise. The Earth is heating up mainly because of emissions from coal, oil, and natural gas burning. Burning these fossil fuels releases carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, which reacts with oxygen to produce carbon dioxide and water vapor. This traps heat in our planet's atmosphere and is called the greenhouse effect, which makes it hard for heat to escape from our Earth's surface. As a result, global temperatures are rising at an unprecedented rate. Why it matters for your business and your lifestyle. Climate change is a global issue that has been affecting human health and well-being, as well as the environment. Effectively dealing with this problem now will not only help to address some of the consequences of climate change on society today, but also reduce the potential effects in the future. We all need to be aware of the impact of our lifestyle on climate change and vice versa. This is essential for us to continue living a healthy and happy life that will not have a detrimental effect on the environment or other people's quality of life. 10 climate change impacts that will affect us all. The 2015 Paris Climate Conference. The Paris Agreement is the first ever global agreement on climate change. It is a landmark accord signed by 195 countries, including the United States. The agreement sets a target of keeping the global average rise in temperatures below 2 degrees Celsius or 3.6 degrees Fahrenheit, compared with pre-industrial levels. It also sets a target of reducing greenhouse gas emissions to a level that would keep the global average rise in temperatures below 1.5 degrees Celsius. Number 10. Damage to your home. The number of natural disasters is increasing, and so is the impact from these disasters. Climate change has been an ongoing issue that affects the world at a global scale. The increase in global temperatures may be contributing to more hurricanes and tornadoes across the US. Excessively high rainfall may also contribute to water contamination and lead to an increased frequency of flooding. This can have a significant impact on your home as well as its value. When it comes to flooding, there are many ways for this damage to happen. Your basement can be flooded if you live near the coast or along rivers or streams. Rising tides can cause sewer systems to overflow, or you could experience seasonal floods due to snowmelt, rain runoff, etc. Number 9. More expensive home insurance. The theory of climate change is a scientific consensus that human activity influences the environment. One of the effects is a steadily rising sea level, which could lead to catastrophic flooding and destruction because of surges in ocean levels. This will not only make coastal neighborhoods uninhabitable, but also affect inland areas as water runs off from higher elevations. Climate change has been accelerating for decades, and the effects are already being felt, even though it takes time for them to be noticeable. Higher sea levels mean more expensive home insurance for those living in coastal communities or near bodies of water, because their rates will be affected by factors such as storm surge and tidal events. Number 8. Outdoor work could become unbearable. Climate change has impacted the world in many ways, and one of the more serious implications is that outdoor workers are becoming increasingly vulnerable to heat exhaustion or even death. For example, in July 2018, 3 people died while working outside in Quebec. Climate change has led to an increase in temperature, and its damaging effect on our bodies is easily felt by outdoor workers. Number 7. Higher electric bills and more blackouts. The climate change is a terrifying reality. With the rapid rate of global warming, it is becoming a common occurrence for more frequent and longer power outages to occur. To better understand this problem, it is important to explore the root cause of this issue, which is the changing temperature on Earth. Number 6. Rising taxes. Climate change has been a major concern for decades, but now it is affecting us in a very practical and financially significant way. In California, 4 coastal countries have already enacted a new tax on property owners. The cost of these natural disasters is likely to increase even more in the coming years, especially with increased population growth and rising taxes. Number 5. More allergies and other health risks. The effects of climate change are evident in many ways. Individuals are facing an increase in allergies and other health risks due to changes in climate. Rising sea levels have led to the increased likelihood of flooding, which can cause allergic reactions in some people. While this is just one of the many effects of climate change, it is an important consideration for everyone's health to keep in mind. Number 4. Food will be more expensive and variety may suffer. With the Earth's temperature rising, scientists predict that the cost of food will grow up. The increased temperatures mean that some organisms will die and others will be wiped out. The changing climate could also affect the taste and smell of certain foods, which may make it more difficult for people to identify them. Number 3. Water quality could suffer. The quality of water on this planet is at risk due to the changing climate. The rising sea levels, greenhouse effect, and global warming are all contributing to the diminishing quality of our water systems. Scientists believe that we have entered a new epoch in which human activity has become the dominant influence on climate and the environment. Number 2. Outdoor exercise and recreational sports will become more difficult. With the increase in temperature, we can expect to see outdoor exercise and recreational sports becoming more difficult. As a result, we may see an increase in indoor activities such as swimming and rock climbing. Number 1. Disruptions in travel. Given the increase in climate change, flights are being delayed or cancelled more often. Airlines are not able to properly monitor these disruptions, which result in either a missed connection or an overbooked flight. How can you help prevent climate change from happening? There are a few things that you can do on a personal level to help prevent climate change from happening. One way is to reuse and recycle as many materials as possible. This includes recycling paper, plastic, glass, metal, and electronics like cell phones or laptops. You can also use public transportation or carpool with others to reduce the amount of pollution that you put into the air. It may seem like these two options are less convenient than using your own vehicle, but they are both great ways of reducing your carbon footprint.